Hey guys, my name is UltraWars, and welcome to the Bounty Hunter's Guide. In this episode, we'll be utilising the Anvil FC7 Hornet Ghost. This video is broken into two main parts. In the first section, we'll be discussing the ship, going over its weapons, components, and general loadout. In the second section, we'll be discussing the mission, going over how to acquire the mission and the flight and fight strategy. The Anvil F7CS Hornet Ghost is a stealth variant of the F7C Hornet, utilizing stealth technology to keep its IR and EM signatures low. It has a hull HP of 11,000, top speed of 1,229 meters per second, quantum fuel capacity of 583 liters, can be bought at Astro Armada for 1.654 million. It also comes in a sexy matte black finish, which is just nice. Now let's talk about the loadout. In terms of the hardpoints, we'll be using 3 size 3 fixed loadouts and 1 size 4 ball turret. In terms of the missiles, we'll be using Strike Force 2s, so make sure to switch out the missile racks. First weapons we'll be using are 2 attrition 3s. The attrition 3s have a DPS of 616, when overclocked can go up to 924, has a range of 2100 meters, bought at the Hurston area in the business district for the price of 12,000 Alpha UC. The next gun we'll be using at the front of the nose is a Dominance 3 scattergun. Has a default DPS of 793, which when overclocked can go up to 1,190 DPS. Has a maximum range of 1,286 meters, fires 10 bullets per shot, and can be purchased at the Hurston business district for 17,950 Alpha UC. The next gun we'll be using on the ball turret is the size 4 Salvation Distortion scattergun. This is the most important gun of the build, as this allows us to effectively take out HammerHead shields in an efficient amount of time. It has a default DPS of 2,499, which when overclocked can go up to 3,749. It also fires 14 bullets per shot. It has a max starting range of 1,528 meters. I recommend buying this gun from the Dumpers Depot at Grimmix, as you'll be able to buy the size 4 ball turret if you don't have it already. In terms of propulsion, we'll be using the size 1 Atlas Quantum Drive. It can be found at the Dumpers Depot in Port Olisar for 17,900 Alpha UEC. The reason why I recommend the Atlas Quantum Drive is because it has the greatest fuel to speed efficiency, able to make the longest trip in the game, which is Port Olisar to Microtech in 8 minutes 55 seconds without having to refuel. In terms of the power plant, we'll be using the size 1 JS300. It can be found at places like New Babbage and Microtech for 19,700 Alpha UEC. The reason why I'm recommending the JS300 and not a stealth power plant is because I want to be able to effectively overclock my systems without any issues or problems. And with a power draw of 3,681, I should have no issues. In terms of cooling, I'll be pairing the fastest cooler with the biggest cooling pool. So we're using the Ultra Flow and Zero Rush. These both can be picked up at New Babbage at Microtech. In terms of shields, we'll be using the dual FR66s. I recommend picking these up at New Babbage. The reason why I'm recommending the FR66s is because they're a really good balanced shield. They have a good amount of HP with 6,120 and a really great charge up time, so when the shields go down, they charge up pretty fast. That's why I'm recommending them. First thing I like to do when starting my ship is make sure I'm overclocked on everything. This is an important step in doing the most amount of damage and being very efficient against the HammerHead. Secondly, I like to experiment with the power draw, prioritizing the weapons and shields. Finally, make sure to set your route, as this makes the mission travel time more efficient. Let's discuss the mission. ERT stands for Extreme Risk Targets. These can be unlocked after gaining 20% bonus in the Hurston, Crusader and Norfolk Service group of bounty factions. They pay up to 30,000 for a solo mission and 105,000 for a group mission. These are really good ways of making money, and probably the best way right now. Now let's get into the flight strategy and face off against the HammerHead, which is the hardest ship in the game currently. The first thing I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get right up close to my target within the effective range of my weapons. Because of the weapons I'm using are all close range based, I need to make sure I'm in the optimal range, which is as close as possible, so that I'm doing the most amount of damage. I start off with a missile barrage to weaken it a bit, and then spin around and pick a side, which is one of the most important things. You have to make sure you focus on one side of the shield so that you're only dealing with that shield HP pool, as you can see. Now the shields that are going down, I'm able to do effective damage to the hull in relative no time, destroying the hammerhead with relative ease. Same strategy as before. I'm trying to move in close, pick one side of the shield and get in as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible, before the other hammerheads coming back it up. In the bounty hunter missions, time is money, so being able to kill your targets efficiently at a good amount of time is the key thing to winning and coming out with the least amount of damage. I just want to emphasize the effectiveness of this build. You're really able to take down the shields with relative ease and do a lot of damage to the hammerhead. This is due to the combination of the Salvation Scattergun, Dominant Scatterguns and the Attrition Freeze, which all work perfectly at close range. The reason why instead of using two Scatterguns instead of the Attritions is because I like the accuracy of having a laser repeater as well, so it kind of balances the build out nicely. Right, let's take out the final hammerhead. Now in this engagement, what I'm trying to do, I'm strafing to the left. Never fly straight at a target, always make yourself hard to hit. And if you take notice, I made a mistake there. I was flying straight at the target and the hammerhead was able to take down my shields. So what I do, I just quickly move out the way and allow my shields to recharge. It's been turned out a lot worse. I could have been destroyed easily. Again, this time I'm trying to move close and avoid all fire from the hammerheads. Now I've been able to take down the shields and now I'm doing damage to the hull. Always look out for the red lights or the yellow lights when doing damage to the hull. Target is destroyed. That's it for now, and thank you for watching the guide. Do watch the rest of the video, just enjoy it, and also comment below which ship you'd like to see next. Thank you for watching.